What's up, NBA fan? What's up, all sports fans? This your boy JB right here, host of the Behind the Bench podcast network and channel. Just want to give a shout out to the rest of the crew. I'm talking about Shy, Kelvin, and Jermaine. And for everyone who's tuning in, I hope that you support Behind the Bench, become a subscriber, and help make the show the best that it can be. Now, I wanted to focus on a phenomenon, man, that's very precarious, man. And if you really trace the origin of the particular area of focus, you can trace it back to around 2014, 2015. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the subtle and now drastic devaluation of the center position, in particular American-born centers that have played in the NBA. As we've seen over the past, I would say since about 2020, most of your dominant big men, elite centers, they are international born. Nikola Jokic from Serbia, Joel Embiid from France, Africa. Giannis Antetokounmpo, even though he's a power forward, really, but he's still 7 feet tall, back-to-back league MVP, the Greek Freak. And then you have Jonas Valanciunas from Lithuania, who plays for New Orleans Pelicans. Ivica Zubac from the country of Croatia, if I'm not mistaken. Then you have other great centers coming from overseas now. Nikola Vucevic, for example. And what I've seen now, I see big men who were once top flight centers, such as Dwight Howard, be relegated to be backups, rim protectors. Now, mind you, Dwight Howard, in his prime from about 2007 to 2010, not only was he the best center in the NBA, but most people viewed him as a top 5 player in the league in the NBA. And remember, he was traded to the Lakers in 2012, played that one season with the late Kobe Bryant, and then he signed a free agent deal with the Houston Rockets. And at that point, his career, in terms of who he used to be and how he used to play, he became devalued. Now, whether it was because of how his approach to the game was, or the proliferation of the three-point shot, whatever that catalyst was, that's when the decline started. And now, Dwight Howard's played with a lot of teams since then. And as we know, he returned back to the Lakers for the 1920 season. And then he went on to sign a one-year deal with the Philadelphia 76ers to back Joel Embiid, returned back to the Lakers for 1 year, then played overseas last year, and now he's trying to make one last comeback in the NBA. Now he'll be 38 years old. But, he's basically a backup now. And it's just amazing, how his career has evolved, or if one want to say devolved, over time. Here go another one. Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond, I would say his best years were with the Detroit Pistons. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about Dwight Howard. 3-time Defense Player of the Year, and I believe he won the rebounding title 3 to 4 times. Same thing with Andre Drummond in terms of the rebounding. I believe he's like a 3-4-time rebounding champion. He give you about 14 points a game, 15 points a game. And he was a legitimate center in this league. You know, he was somewhat of a scoring threat. You know what I mean? And ever since he left Detroit, I believe he was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And he was bought out, signed with the Lakers during the 21 season. And he, played 3 months for the Lakers, then signed with the Philadelphia 76ers to back Joel Embiid. And midway during the season, he was traded to the Brooklyn Nets in that James Harden deal. And from that point on, he's been playing backup for the Chicago Bulls. And he just re-signed this year to continue backing Nikola Vucevic. And, when he signed with the Lakers, it was said that was the missing piece, and they were on their way to winning the championship in 21. But, he was gone within 3 months. And now he's playing backup. And remember, he was being offered close to a 9-figure deal, and he turned it down. And he's been devalued in the most definitive way from two seasons ago. Now check this out. There's one last example, and there's other centers out there, that we can highlight, but I'm going to focus on JaVale McGee. Now, 4 or 5 seasons ago, he was a starting center for the Golden State Warriors, who won back-to-back championships during those years. And then he played 2 years for Los Angeles Lakers. He played hard for the team. He played hard. And then he signed with the Phoenix Suns. This was all prior to the Kevin Durant trade last year. And matter of fact, last year he signed a contract with the Dallas Mavericks. And they didn't utilize him properly. And now he's signing a 1-year deal with the Sacramento Kings. All 3 centers who I mentioned are playing backup. Not only are they playing backup, they're playing limited minutes, probably around 16 to 18 minutes a game. And all 3 are getting paid the vet minimum. The vet minimum contract. You know what I mean? Like JaVale McGee won 2 championships in Golden State during a prime. You know what I mean? And, when he entered the league, he was super athletic. Could jump out the gym. And then he's played with I believe he started his career with the Wizards when he entered the NBA around, I guess that was like 2009-ish, somewhere around there. And then he played some years with the Denver Nuggets. And, these once prominent centers, they're operating like journeymen. I don't believe that should be the case, but it's a devaluation of the position, and particularly in American born players. So I don't think there's no coincidence. It's the reason why. Because they're not emphasizing center play, particularly on offense. It's always more so on defense now. Disrupting shots, rim protectors. That's where we at. Whereas if you go back to the 90s, you had all the elite centers back then. Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Brad Daugherty, Shaquille O'Neal, Moses Malone, Robert Parrish, Jack Sikma, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Laimbeer, Kevin Duckworth. You can go on and on and on. Ralph Sampson entered the league playing center. So I just want to throw that out there, man. NBA got to take a look at it. Because if not, this would be an irreversible trend in terms of American-born centers. And the international centers will continue to dominate for the foreseeable future. So I just want to drop that nugget. Just waiting for the new NBA season to start next month. Well, it's your boy JB right here. Until next time, BTB Behind the Bench.